Oh no, no, oh for fuck's sake, not hards. What? I put softs on in the strategy, you kids! Ferrari! Oh.
Doing it in Primero, into the wall, Ben just about avoids it. Is history going to repeat itself? Yes it is! Off the track, into the wall they go down like Skittles. Formula Danny is the winner of the first ever Squad Sprint Series. He is the champion.
What is up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. We are back once again with the F1 2020 Squad Sprint. It's the 2020 Squad Sprint because it's happening in guess what year? 2020. Anyway, this is round number 7, part number 6 for me, because I did 2 races in one episode. The Bahrain Grand Prix. I apologize about the lateness of this video. So too with Toka career mode. That will be coming back. I've just been very distracted with racing F1 drivers, streaming, and doing other things that, yeah, it's been pretty crazy lately. So check out those streams, and let's get into this episode where Arav will start us off.
Right. Race strategy then. Well, I'm probably going to hit McLaren again this race, so I think I'll just go for the softs. I'm going to have to change my wing anyway. I told Niran earlier that I'm making it my mission to outscore him at least this race, because last race, it did not sit well with me that he still managed to score 1 point after spinning and causing that incident. Oh, Niran span. Oh, come on.
Okay?
Frick's sake, man. And also, the 2 out of 3 times he's span in a race, he's scored points. It's unbelievable. It's an unbelievable track record that he's done.
I've got to say, we're back to post-commentary Benjamin Daly here. Arav's luck has just been absolutely unbelievable in this series, and if you've been keeping up with Veloce's main broadcast on their channel, you'll know that that bad luck kind of continues. But yeah, for us today, we're in P12. We're doing really well in the championship. We're beating a couple of esports drivers. Some of them are starting in front of me, like Simon Weigang and TRL Limitless. We're also on the door of beating Jano Opmeer in this series, as he's not here today. But away we go for the race. Veloce Hype is absolutely flying off the line. I don't know what kind of start he got there. Formula Danny is like the best guy on the game as well, down in P14. He jumped me off the start. But just the unfortunate positioning of myself in the championship doing so well means that I'm the first cab off the rank for the esports drivers to pick off. And for me, if I just get a slightly bad start, I'm last. So it's been a hot minute since I've actually moved forward in a race in squad sprint lately, and it's just, you hate to see it. But anyway, we're picking up the pieces of a lot of people's drama in the middle sector here. You can see we're going up the inside of Hypers. We did get past Veloce James Baldwin, so that's always a positive to be in front of the world's fastest gamer. That is not clickbait or lying. He actually is the world's fastest gamer. He won the competition a couple of months ago. But yeah, let's see if we can keep him behind for as long as possible. With the format of this championship, if you're new to the series, people who are like last in the championship are starting at the front, and the people who are, you know, leading the championship starting at the back, and it's, yeah, reverse grid order. So it makes these races highly entertaining. You can see Simon Weigang runs wide there, F1 esports driver. He actually has some front wing damage, so that's harming his race so far. You can see James going up the inside here into the final corner. I've left him a lot of space. He certainly takes all of that and moves up into P10. Quite a few drivers making their stop. Kaki, Simon Weigang. There was a Mercedes that made a stop as well. It might have been, I don't know. It was either Tom or Rawagi. I'm not too sure. But either way, we find ourselves in P8. I felt like it was a horrible start to the race, dropping down to last. But such is the misfortune of others, has promoted us up into P8. Some of those esports drivers who have stopped early are going to have a real tough time getting to the end of the race now, because Bahrain is a very high tire deg circuit. So that'll be something to watch out for a little bit later as Storm gets edged out by Alex Gillen into the fast right-hander. Promotes us up into P7. Thank you very much. This is a highly accomplished little train here. We've got TRL Limitless, F1 Esports driver, coach, James Baldwin, world's fastest gamer, and Alex Gillen, the most successful PC AOR champion in history. 3 or 4 titles, I can't remember. He might even have more, I don't know. And then behind me, we've got Storm, who is a Gran Turismo esports driver. I got a horrible run out of the final corner. I'm just a YouTuber. What am I doing here with these guys? You can see Storm goes for a dive up the inside into turn 1. I was completely blocking that off. Absolutely no way I'm letting you through there, son. I didn't want to let him through anyway because on this game anyway, I've got the pace on Storm. And if he would have got in front of me there, it would have held us both up. So I thought, I'll block this off. I'll be an absolute twat for one corner, and then we'll just get on with it and close up to the next car. We've already gapped Storm by 1.3 seconds anyway, so that was, in the end, proved to be a good decision by us. But a lot of esports drivers have now stopped. Formula Danny, Simon, James Baldwin stopped on the last lap, and, well, they're going to be really out of tyres by the end of the race. They're boxing for softs to the end. Hyper's stopped as well. So it's very interesting. We're now boxing for softs to the end ourselves now. But hopefully we should have good tyres to the end. Oh, no, no. Oh, for fuck's sake, not hards. What? I put softs on in the strategy, you dickheads. Ferrari. Oh. And there we go. That's our race out the window. I put the softs on. You can rewind the video and see I selected softs in the strategy, but the game has given me hards for some reason. Really appreciate that one, Codemasters. But out we go onto the pit lane exit. We're in P8 at the moment. We're being attacked all over by Rawagi, who stopped on the first lap for mediums. It'll be a real struggle for him to get to the end as well, possibly, as he goes up the inside into turn 4. At this stage, cold tyres, hard tyres, not much grip at this stage, but we'll get used to it. We'll get our eye in, hopefully, and we'll march to the finish, I guess, with these tyres. We've got Kaki up the road, just in front of us, so keep an eye out for him. He's literally in touching distance. So too is James. James is right in front of me there, a couple seconds up the road. Just keep an eye out for where they finish at the end. This is where we could have been if we were on softs, but you can see Simon Viagang flies up the inside of both the Mercedes drivers and is into P9. He's on soft compound tyres. There's absolutely no way I'll be able to keep this guy behind. But I don't know why, but we're faking to the pit lane, trying to break the slipstream. Alex Gillen is into the pit lane as well. And now we're just fighting for all that we can hold on to in this Bahrain Grand Prix. Bit of contact with Simon on the inside there. But that's fine, he's still there. And looks like Simon is going to get overtaken by Tom97 on the mediums. He's also league racing these days as well. So Tom has really stepped up his game. And life is going to be very difficult for both of us as we see Bloche Storm lose his front wing on, I think it was Tom there, and making a lot of contact with those guys around. This is allowing me to get away. So I'm imploring these guys to continue to fight away. Keep it going, lads. This is amazing. But, yeah, in these early laps on the hard compound tyre, life is going to be very difficult for us as Tom bottles it. Storm very lucky to get away with no front wing damage there, despite the contact. But, yeah, pace for us is going to be pretty horrible at the moment. But towards the end of the race, when everyone else's tyres die off, we might be in with a fighting chance. So let's see how we go. We're definitely going to beat Simon. Simon's tyres, I don't think will go to the end. He's probably going to have to make another stop, given that he stopped on lap 1. But yeah, we'll see how we go. You can see Simon attacking Arab now, who's just come out of the pit lane. I believe he's on mediums. So we might potentially beat Arab. We'll have to play our cards right.
Bruh.
Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. As if having hard compound tyres on the car was hard enough, we've now got front wing damage. So now, lads, this is why the title of the video is what it is. There's absolutely no way that we are going to move forward anymore in this race. I feel like Oh, man. Okay, so with the damage, we're about 5/10 slower a lap. Probably even more, maybe 6-7 tenths. But with the hard compound tyres, we're probably like another 1.5 seconds slower than what we should be. So, in theory, we should be lapping about 2 seconds a lap faster than what we should have been if we were on the right tyre. But now, instead of applying pressure to the top 5, this could have been our best race by a mile, given the esports driver's mistake of stopping so early. We're now having to defend from the guys at the edge of the top 10. And so now, we're literally having to fight for every position on track. In theory, I feel like where Arav is probably going to be our maximum.
Hopefully, you just hold him off long enough and his tyres will be gone in a few laps.
Yeah.
That was me referring to Storm, who is now on soft compound tyres. So he's going to be quite fast at this stage. He does have front wing damage, I think. Or was that from the first stop? I'm not too sure. Either way, those two fighting away quite hard. Yeah, P7, maybe P6, depending on where Simon emerges after his pit stop. That could be P6 for us if we play our cards right. Arav had a bit of a moment there in the middle sector with Storm. These two getting very feisty here. No one really leaving much space. Arav takes a trip over the gravel trap, and then that doesn't really serve his tyres too well, and he drops down to P9. So it's been a interesting couple of laps, and it's only going to escalate, I think, as we've got Tom 97 closing onto the back of our train. There is the question mark of maybe more esports drivers making a stop, the likes of Formula Danny, maybe even James or Simon Viagang, as we go up the inside of Storm into turn 1. That was not intentional. You might have noticed, though, it put it down into lean and none for ERS, and his early break point really kind of caught me up there, forced the overtake, and there we go. We're going to go back up the inside into turn 4. It seems that Storm doesn't have the confidence under brakes on the F1 game, so we're going to make the most of that. You can see, giving Storm the big squeeze, and again, it's the racing through here in the middle sector is a little bit cheese, but we're making it work for us. Arav completely stuffs up Storm's exit. I'm losing my voice here. Such is the drama of this race. 4 laps to go, and this battling shows no sign of abating as Arav again ruins Storm's exit. He's trying to get a nice switchback, but Arav has other plans as he dives up the inside into the 3rd sector, penultimate corner, and Storm again. This is a trademark of his driving, isn't it? The switchback. Could be taking the switchback crown off of Arav here at this point. But Storm's tyres, you've got to say, are starting to die off now, and they'll only get worse as time goes on. We can now see Simon Viagang and Formula Danny coming into the pit lane for a new set of soft compound tyres. So those guys are going to be absolutely flying in the final 3 laps. Tom now gives Storm a bit of a touch-up through turn 1. So it seems that Storm really doesn't have the confidence under brakes on the F1 game. In Gran Turismo, you can absolutely mash down the brake because everyone runs ABS, but you can't exactly do that here and be fast. But anyway, side by side for these two, Storm leaving a lot of space on that occasion, and now Danny joins the train. That is my exact thoughts. Danny is an absolute weapon in any conditions, let alone when he's got fresh, soft compound tyres on. I cannot stress enough how good this guy is. He's arguably the best guy in the world on this game. And he is chasing us down up the inside of Tom into the left-hander. It's literally the Darth Vader always seen, colorized into the Formula 1 game. Just watch how quickly this guy gets through all of us. It is absolutely shocking. But anyway, here we go. Danny on the attack, overtake mode into the final corner. He's already got 2 positions. Arav is up next. Let's see how quickly he can dispose of him. Arav is absolutely horrific on corner exits, so you would imagine that Danny is going to make the most of that in the slipstream. DRS is flowing. His engine is overheating anyway, and I don't think that's going to stop him too much. Can he dive him into turn 1? No, that's probably a bit ambitious, even for Danny's standards. But anyway, corner exit. Arav sliding about as per bloody usual. Danny actually the one doing most of the sliding there, and he's already alongside, heading into turn 4. Arav giving the big squeeze. Come on, Arav. I need you to defend and give me at least half a chance of keeping Danny behind, but he does his best. Yeah, that's my thoughts as well. Here we go. Danny is right up my chuff now. We're going to defend to the right-hand side. Danny did not see that coming. Tries to do the switchback, and look at that already. P5. See you later. Thanks for playing. Are we done, though? Are we done, though? No, we're going to go for a dive up the inside. It's pretty futile. He's got much fresher tyres, and there he goes. P5 for the taking for Formula Danny. Arab is now trying to get involved to make this a Ferrari squabble once again, and my front wing is just, it's just absolutely horrific. I don't think Arab has got front wing damage at this stage, but what he does have is a penalty for speeding in the pit lane, so there's no priority for me trying to get back in front of him again. What we do need to make sure of, though, is that we finish in front of Storm, who has been our nemesis this entire race. I've been the absolute worst driver to Storm on track. I've been blocking him left, right, and center, and it's going to continue here into turn 4. Let's see if he can get the switch back on us. I'm understeering a bit on my hard compound tires. He's off the track at this point in the gravel. I'm not letting him back onto the circuit. No, thank you. It's actually, well, there's no right for me to let him back through. It's the driver who has left the track's priority to get back onto the track in a safe manner without rejoining onto someone else. That's my highway code for the racetrack. That's definitely a thing. But anyway, Storm absolutely flying at this stage. Looks like he's, if anything, probably found a little bit more pace in the last lap or two. So that's very impressive on his front, considering his soft compound tyres should be dying off at this stage. Regardless, we're still fighting away, touching the curb at the fast right-hander where Tom bottled it earlier. Speaking of Tom, he's up my chuff now as well as we head on to the last lap just after this last corner. Tyres, 33%. That's surprising, to be honest, given that we're on the hards. So you would imagine that anyone on mediums or softs would be creeping up to that 50, 60, or maybe even 70% tyre percentile in the realm of getting a puncture. That'd certainly be an issue for the front runners. You can see we go to the inside on Storm here, and we use the DRS to good effect. A nice little exit here out of turn 1. This is a very crucial corner, trying to minimize the wheel spin and getting a nice punchy exit. It looks like Storm was lost position there at turn 1 out of all of that. So let's see how that happened for him on his screen. Turn 1, we got the inside as clean as you like, but then Tom gets up the inside as well. So it looks like Storm is, yeah, really lacking that intensity under brakes. Really needs to increase that stopping power, but that just comes with more practice on the game, I guess, doesn't it? But yeah, anyway, last lap, Arab is in front. He's got that 5-second time penalty, so we should be able to get his position. And as far as those behind us, I think it's going to be fine because we don't have a penalty ourselves. So it looks like on track it will be P6 for this Bahrain Grand Prix. And we've really had to work hard for this one.
We're going to lose all 3 of these positions with my time penalty.
Oh no! I forgot about that. Fuck. Good job regardless, man. That was a really good drive.
Decent, yeah. Good stuff. 6 and 7 on the road. Pretty fun race. Battled Limitless for the lead there for like half a lap.
Oh, Jesus. This is what we can do when we don't crash.
Don't crash, yeah.
Off the line.
Don't crash and no penalties. We would have been P5 and 6.
It was weird. Like, I saw so many esports guys pit on the first few laps, and I was like,
yeah.
ooh, have I missed the boat here? And JD stopped really late too.
Yeah, odd one.
I'm very happy with that. Freaking hard tyres and damaged wing.
Yeah, no, you did really well there, P6.
That was an absolute
damage, yeah. And the hard tire.
That was an absolute
double damage.
Yeah. That was an absolute prick to everyone behind me. So I do apologize, everybody. Oh, bro, I was blocking everyone. Everyone's gonna hate me now. So there we go. That was the Bahrain Grand Prix. The people who I said to keep an eye out for were Kaki and James, both of which actually got 5-second penalties apiece. So maybe they had speeding in the pit lane penalties, just like Arav. But the reason why I think I could have got a podium today, and I think the reason why is because I had a few lap fresher tyres than what James did. So I feel like I might have been able to close up to him a little bit, or at least stay within 5 seconds. Of course, he had that 5-second time penalty, so I think I probably could have got him. Danny jumped Kaki because of that penalty as well, and moved himself up into, what was it, P4 or something. So amazing fight back from Danny to recover after making a 2 pit stop race and a 25% race. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, Bahrain seems to have caught out a lot of people, whether it be the tyre wear or just damage. Pretty crazy race out there, but I'm happy to secure P6. We still hold on to P5 in the driver's standings, only 2 points away in our quest to overtake another esports driver, that being Jano Opmir. He's on 50. So, I mean, I can't believe the season that I'm having. I've been quite consistent, and, you know, we still had a couple of bad races here or there. I guess I can't complain because it's kind of the case for everyone. Everyone is having a lot of inconsistency. Simon Weigang especially. That guy is absolutely rapid on this game. If you are on the Xbox One platform, you'll see his name up everywhere in the time trial leaderboards, holding many records, but it seems in these races he just can't get a clean one, and that's just how it goes sometimes. On the second page, I don't show this off too much, we've got Hayden Gullis, Kaki, Arav on 10 points. Arav getting pretty much all of his points in USA, I think it was, and then he's finally got some more points here today. This is only his second points appearance, so come on, Arav. Maybe I need to give him a bollocking or something in the Ferrari team briefings or something. Hopefully inspire some performance out of him. In the constructors, Alfa Romeo leading the way with their double esports driver lineup. Completely unfair. That's the way it goes. Haas also have a strong lineup with JD. Oh no, James and Storm, Toro Rosso P3, Renault P4, Scuderia Ferrari. We're doing it for the content creators out there, and my screen has stopped recording, so that is that. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to see plenty more racing game content. Really enjoying this series. Stay tuned for the next episode in Silverstone, where we'll hopefully do it for the Scuderia. Until then, it's goodbye.